Shalom, shalom. Day 2 of our watch for the new year and day 2 of creation. Okay, so the armillary is set to my latitude. We see the angle of the shadow. Just waiting for these nomians to mark on the table. Should just be a few more, not just a minute or two. This one happens really fast, just when I think, oh, I got a minute to go run do this, and I come back and it's on the table already. I'm out here this morning with my Rocky the raccoon hat on again. It's, I don't know, in the low 30s right now. Well, it doesn't seem too bad with that sun, but my neighbors, they love me. All right, I'm just going to take this little video right here of these lines coming off of my garden enclosure, my big poles, and they're casting these shadows. So we'll kind of watch those today, tomorrow, the next day, and see how they look on the equinox. There's some pole shadows that we can watch. They're getting quite a few marks on the table already. Now it's time to mark again. You see how quickly the sun moves this time of the morning. The armillary is telling me that it is midday. We still see the angled line here, and we see the straight line coming up here for midday. And this is the midday. I've been marking this table today. Happy about that. And this gives me a great opportunity to point something out. We can look at this line. Let me get over here. We can maybe get it a full-on shot. We look at this line, and just to the naked eye, that looks pretty straight. But when we come over here to this table, we can see that it is much straighter than yesterday. But until we have tomorrow to compare it to, I mean, this, I would say, if I was just starting out, I'd say, yeah, today's a straight line. Look at it. It's pretty straight, especially compared to yesterday. But when we have tomorrow's reading, we'll be able to see that it's even drop. It's going to drop down even a little bit more. There still is an angle there. And we can see now that we're at midday how it's all kind of coming together. And that's what's going to happen. So then it'll separate a little bit towards the end of the day. Excuse me. So that's where we're at today, 3:18, and we're purple. Our armillary says it's midday, and this morning it showed that it still had an angled or bent shadow. So I'm going to continue through the day. We have a nice sunshine today. It's not as cold as it was yesterday, and I'm grateful for that. I was out here all day yesterday, and by the time I went into the house, I was chilled to the bone. I had to get in a hot shower to warm up. And thankfully, my sweet husband helped me with dinner. So he made some delicious sweet potatoes. And this is our midday report for March 18th, the second day of creation. If we're counting as the priests count from the last vernal equinox. And I've been doing some research today on historians and how many historians write about the equinox being the beginning of the year for the biblical calendar. So, interesting study I'm working on. Hopefully I'll have it done here soon because it ties into Passover, and Passover will be coming up soon. We can see now on the armillary that it's moving off midday. And the sun is moving a lot slower right now. I mean, these are like 20-minute increments through here, where there was just at the beginning like 5 minutes in between. So I think I mentioned that yesterday, how much faster the sun moves towards the beginning and the end of the day versus here at midday. So everything starts to kind of jam up through here because this is where it all converges as the tail ends level out. So that's my afternoon report, and we'll check in at the end of the day and see what the final results are. Okay, so we're at the end of the day here on 3/18, the second day of creation according to Enoch and the Bible. So I was able to mark this table today, which that's nice. But so I mean, it gives us a really good opportunity though to see how just a single line, especially this time of year, is not going to really show us a whole lot. And I can see there's still a bit of an angle here, but when we compare it to this other table over here, you can see how much more straight purple is than green. See, the green was still angled in, and then the purple. So tomorrow, Yahuwah willing, and the weather cooperates, we'll be able to have a third witness to see where that lies there. So the armillary told us this morning that we didn't have a straight line, and we're just marking it out on the tables. So hopefully in the morning I'll have some good first morning light for the armillary. So that's the report for today, March 18th, as the sun is going down in beautiful Moab, Red Rock Country. Betty and Wilma, right there. All right, till tomorrow, I'm just going to wish you shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.